この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 6. That's how you... That's how you hands. Episode 6, and we are going back to the future. Right? We spent a little bit of time learning about Geto and Gojo's history and past, and snap back to reality. I spent today listening to Justin Timberlake's album Future Sex Love Sounds, which is pretty okay. Its main claim to fame as an album is that it has Sexy Back on it, which is a fantastic song and deserves to be Timberlake's best, I think. But I can't help feeling that the rest of the album's pretty lackluster. I gotta say, Justified for me is the one that's really killer. It's got young Justin, and it's so wholesome, but also kind of over the edge in some ways, and like clearly pushing the boundaries of the era. I like it a lot. But anyway, that's not what I listened to this morning. I listened to Future Sex Love Sounds because it sounded like it would be relevant somehow. Future. We're going back to the future, and I don't know what to expect here. I kind of expect a bit of a transitional episode, get us back in the swing of things with our characters, maybe move them in a direction. Kind of like we had those sort of setup episodes before the actual, fight thing happened, the inter-high. And maybe some elements of woven in... I want those moments where we understand more of what's going on than our characters do, right? Like, our main cast of youngsters doesn't understand the Gojo Geto stuff at all. It's new information for them. Now, we have this insight into the past that gives us, like, a feeling for what's going on, and so maybe there will be moments where Gojo says a thing, and, you know, the characters are like, that sounds normal, and we're like, that doesn't sound normal, that's a reference, and that would be really cool to me. I'd like to see how we play with this sort of dual timeline thing. We've spent a lot of effort and a lot of time to go back in time and set all this stuff up, and it's a gorgeous and interesting story on its own, but what happens when we fold it into the present day, present time situation of Yuji and Megumi and all these people? Nobara. I'll name them all by name because I'm not going to be a dick to Nobara. I don't know. I have very few expectations other than that, and the expectation that the show stays good. You feel me? So I know that it will stay good, and we'll be dealing with our kids, and that's all I've got. So, without anything else to say here in terms of predictions, I'll just say that the history and past of Jujutsu Kaisen is freaking fascinating. I can't believe that I didn't immediately clock, because I didn't immediately clock this, and it's kind of crazy to me going back through. Like, I clocked it while I was watching it through during editing, and then like 10 people mentioned that it was their favorite part of the episode before I even dropped the episode, just like talking in the Discord and stuff. The rain becomes clapping. The shower becomes clapping, and I fully didn't pick up on that on my first watch. It's gorgeous. The episode 5 is stunning. It's full of really, really cool technique and camera positioning, composition, style, it's fucking sick. Mwah. How do we do when we get back to the present day, present time circumstance? I don't know. Let's find out. Before we do, I have a drawing that I've been wanting to do for a little while. I've even got a, this is me figuring out whether I want to multi-class or just go straight forward on my ranger, who is going to be a ranger fighter, but I don't know when. Anyway, on the other side of this, I mean, that's a DBZ character, but I've got the framework for the drawing that I'm going to draw. So I'm going to actually draw that drawing because I've been sketching it out for a couple days, and we'll see how it goes. I didn't turn the camera on. That is the second drawing in a month that I'm really proud of. The first one was the free Ren with Fern shooting a bunch of beams. It's not perfect. I would do this again in different ways. I wanted these two to feel more like, I don't know, like flat versions of themselves, like either giant shadows on the ground where Itadori is standing that he's then standing up from, or otherwise like engravings or symbols like pillar men from JoJo's on the outside of the screen, framing the situation on the inside. I'm not sure how to make that kind of a distinction and make it clear that these are like an accent element. Probably I would have to do like a full frame, maybe. I'm just not sure how I would do it. But the idea would be like, these are hieroglyphs of the past that Yuji is either standing on or standing in the shadows of. I'm not sure. As is, I'm happy with simply the way it fucking looks. With the fact that Yuji is foreshortened out, fist to the sky, with the visible and like recognizable outlines of the characters. I'm pleased with this. I'm pleased with this. Very cool. I'd say it's the over all of the drawings that I've done. There are maybe 3 or 4, including the Fern one. There may be 3 or 4 where after finishing the drawing, I get this feeling where I'm like, yeah, if I were to turn the page of a manga, I wouldn't be dramatically surprised to see something like that in there. That indicates to me that I'm going in the right direction. Because I don't know what the end game is to drawing like this. I just want to do it. I want to be able to draw. I want to be able to express myself through visual art. And it's a weird thing to choose to do that when I did, because I started to choose to do that pretty much right after AI art started to blow up, which is very strange because the easy route, the shortcut, made itself available to me, and that's when I decided not to take the easy route or the shortcut, that I needed to acquire the skill itself, despite the skill becoming watered down or less valuable. It's very strange, but I wanted to. I don't know where that leads me, but a world where 10 years from now, when I'm 40, I could write and draw a short manga, that's a cool world. It's not my goal point. It's not something that I set from the outset, but it's a place that I could see myself ending up. That's really cool. I don't think I'm a very talented artist. Like, I don't think I'm brilliant or have it innately or whatever, but it's stunning to me how much development happens over time and effort. It's one of the ways that I've chosen, yes? One worth studying and practicing. What's your way? What are you working on? I'd love to hear in the comments if you've got something that you're pursuing, especially if it's something that maybe doesn't have an end game to it, maybe doesn't have a goal, maybe is just about growth. I'd like to know about that. Let me know in the comments. Okay, that's the whole shtick and spiel. Back to the future, to the present, to the now. Jujutsu Kaisen episode 6. We're ready to go, ready to find out what of our predecessors, our mentors, echoes onward into the past. Quite a bit, I suspect. Let's watch episode 6 and find out what we do with that information. I've got the episode up and ready to go. I'm still using the Shroud versions, which so far have been great. People have commented that they are the right versions and don't have any ghosting and dimming and feel very good about that, so I feel very good about that too. That's everything. Thanks so much for joining me for more Jujutsu Kaisen. Let's dive in. I've got episode 6 up and ready to go. It's 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions. Picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, beep beep timer to count you down, early access on the Patreon, beep beep timer to count you down. Oh, and that's just how it is the title for our episode. The uniforms look way better. They look so much better. Ah! Even if this scene isn't great. No. You don't need to. Yeah, you don't need to. God damn it. Ah. Is Earthworm Jim the worst version? What is this? What? What the fuck is this? They actually animated it too. Oh! I don't think he's very human, bro. Done. Oh no, baby earthworm. All right, I'm out. Fuck you. Absolutely fuck that. No. I want to pause. I want to pause and just end here so bad. I just want to stop here so bad. Okay, so we're just splitting the party. So. Aww. She doesn't get true art. Who's that lady staring at us? Yeah, it was like literally from fully far away. Oh my god. Walk when it's green, you dingus. Hi, Mei. Hi, Toto. So special grades are too unpredictable. First is the shit. My brother. They should be first grade? Yeah, let's go. That's a big squad. What's in the ping pong? Is Toto and Mei are they about to ping pong? Please, God. Oh god, that could be so hot. That could be so hot. Oh my god, it's hot. So we're setting them up for new missions. Of course. Oh my god, it's beautiful. The hero appears! The hero appears! The hero appears! It's fate, baby. It's fate, baby. It'll happen. God, this is so much fun. No! No! You played yourself. You played yourself. Damn. Mei is cruel. I love it. Why are you following us? Huh? Huh? Oh, you are my special. We have a new OP and a slow walk. Okay. Everybody looks fucking dope. They're all squatting up for a big deal, huh? Oh, that's a lot of murder, Mahito. Oh, that's a lot of fingers. Ancient stuff. That was Hanami. This is gorgeous. Oh, that transition was crazy. When did he switch? Fucking hands. But in this case, they're all different people's hands. It's not all Mahito. After an eternity, we meet at last. Yeah, special fucking grade. That was a dope OP. Okay. Oh, that was fun. We Nick Frost now? Whoa! Good job. Whoa. Yeah, and lost like 40 pounds. And then your hair color changed? I don't know who that is. Oh shit, she's obsessed. But now you see him again. uh. This is the rocket. That's so great. Hey man, you in that movie yet? You gonna bring Megami here? That's not gonna be helpful. She might fall in love with Megami. No, God. Nice. Wild. No, no. No. Oh, huh? Huh? Amazing. Oh, that'll do it. Only if she came over. Dude, he's a black coffee guy, period. Yeah. No. Well, yeah, with a big ass. Yatta! Oh no! Oh no! Famura's not. Why though? Okay. Oh, he's here. And he was snacksing. No! God damn it. Okay, good. It's that. Oh, recognized. Wild. I don't want to. Fuck you. This is stupid. Whoa! Huh? Full not like other guys style. Alright, that's cool. Beep boop bop beep boop boop. Aww. It's easy for everyone to get fat. Our world is built to make you fucking fat. Damn, hiding, hiding, hiding. That's a good line. No intention of choosing someone who won't choose me. So, where are we going to get a curse in here? You feel like there might be one? Feel like there might be one? Maybe with how I look now, but that's not the... Yeah, there it is. There we go. My looks changing is the thing that will change. Also, we're letterboxed. I didn't notice when that happened. It must have been when we snapped to past. This is when she asked for the picture, right? Hi, Ozawa. Oh, snap to now. And she didn't make a move. Shadows, shadows. Man, we've already hinted at her almost getting hit by a car. I feel tragedy brewing. Huh. That's what it is? Good, 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 good. Good, good. Thank God. I was scared that we were going to interrupt. In the back. You are inferior. Just carry all my shit. Yeah, but I want to watch Worm Man. They both switched to Wormo, man. Alright. We're halfway through the ep. There's our mid-roll. What's gonna go horribly wrong? Is that what horrors are dealing with Ozawa? Or is this just gonna be a smooth move of an... Wow, that's pretty. Ohio. Because there must be one because they got in and stole the stuff. Well above the principal? Above Gakuganji? Do we know? No, you're just stupid. No! Wait, maybe it's Mekamaru. It can't be Miwa. I mean, it could be Miwa. It could be Mekamaru, too. Fuck! Nope, he's out. What if she's the mole and she's bringing them here to kill them? No, I don't know. More like no one else is? I don't like that. There's something that could have been overlooked. And with the interaction that he had with Panda, I'm not sure that it's Mekamaru. Interesting. Suspicious. We could always switch. You could always switch puppets. Oh. Oh, that's true. All he'd have to do is jump out of his body and into another one. Oh. I didn't even think of that. I thought they had to be humanoid. Hi, mecha homie. What? What's that hanging there? He's already been moved? He's somewhere else. Whoa. They've arrived as somebody else. Whoa. That was such a cool play. That totally borked me. That was great. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, and it's a full binding vow? So they can't go back on it. Oh. They love going right around contracts. Yes. Oh boy. Do it properly for the vow. You have to do it properly for the vow, and then we kill him. Does Mechamaru have a play? I don't think so. Okay. I haven't really thought about it, but Geto has no scars in the past. Somebody pointed it out. Whole and human. For a few seconds. And without power. You have nothing to transfer into. No movement you can make. They're just gonna kill you now. They're just gonna kill you now. It's done. Do you have a plan, Mecha? He's got a plan. Whoa! From whence cometh these homies? From whence came the homies? God, into a flanced mace. That's brutal. Yeah, Mechamaru. This is never gonna go Mechamaru's way. That's dope. Oh, he got away! Come on, tell me he actually got away. I hope he actually escaped. Oh! Don't be stupid and try to outplay too hard, Mechamaru, but I love the outplay. Let's go. Whoa, he's got a giant one. Where did you get this, Mechamaru? Ultimate Mechamaru model mode absolute. I've missed the rest. That's fucking sick. He's got a full mecha. Right in the middle. Yeah. Fucking shit. That's so cool. Oh, I wish Mechamaru were cool. And could survive this. It's such a sick extension of puppet manipulation. Okay. Call. Or hop to a different puppet. Yeah. Together they're impossible. That sucks. You have a bear shot, baby! The tiniest! He's got so much information. Wow. 17 years. He's been storing energy? Does that work? For girl! Ooh. I wish. I wish that would work. I feel like it won't work. No! Teeaboo. So these are real locations that have been drawn over. You can just tell. Photo references for sure. KyoAni style, yeah. Shibuya 100. Hey, back to Paribikome. Awful. Mittermeier. Mittermeier. Fictional character. Oh! I was like, that's a Genga AU Densetsu thing. It's Wolfgang Mittermeier. He was one of the best boys. In fact, Mittermeier might be. He's one of the best boys. It's funny when I look him up. The first thread that comes up on Reddit is Mittermeier is the ideal man. That's true. Sure got that fast runner vibe. What did you write down? Oh, so that's your type. The type is Mittermeier? Honestly? Mittermeier's a good type. He's gorgeous, he's dedicated, he's a serious warrior, he's got class. Hell yeah. Okay, this is a ridiculous episode. This is ridiculous. The amount of fun that is had over the course of this episode for no reason at all, except to have fun, is wonderful, and I like it. I like fun things. Fun things are fun. Is this the most bombastic or extravagant or even interesting episode that we've had? No. So let's move through it relatively quickly, and then we'll jump to the next episode to get a conclusion on this little Mechamaru situation, because it does feel to me like we should watch two here. I thought it would be one for the transitional point, but they hit me with the cliffhanger, so I can't help it. Earthworm man instead of the human centipede is amazing. The color and tone is wonderful. The sketchy like film grain on everything is hilarious. The whole thing just looks like a terrible film that I would very much like to watch, and has some dramatic horror to it. And pure humor. The moment where she goes and is like running through flowers is beautiful, and then wham, earthworm from the ground. Ah! She screams, he screams. Ah! Do you think Human Centipede would have done better if it was a tongue-in-cheek worm thing? I think so, probably. More human than anyone else. If you kill him, then we're the monsters! And then the little babies go. Oh, it's horrifying. Oh, it's horrifying. So the theme is actually love. Horrifying. I love Wormo Man. And I love the way that we split the party because none of them are sharing an interest. It's really cool. This is a fun thing. This is just an amazing trait that humans have. There's a bunch of stuff going on in this frame that leads us to this character. Like, no matter where you start in frame, you're going to be starting and then you'll hit a line. And if you follow that line, it takes you to her. Okay? So we start over here at a center point, or at like a point of interesting intersections. This intersects with this, intersects with Guy, intersects with Pole. All of those intersections lead us to the crosswalk, leads us to these people, and across to her. Start up top. If you start your eyes up here, you're going to follow the lines of the buildings, the lines of the verticals, down over to her. You start over here on this corner, you're going to follow the lines over to her. You're bing, bang, bong. She's right in the middle of the screen, so it's not just that the lines aim at her, but it's also not just that she's right in the middle of the screen. It's both. It's a lot of things, but the biggest one is the face. Humans are extraordinarily good at telling when someone is looking at them. If you want to try this, just like go to a large outdoor place and have a friend go to the opposite side of that large outdoor place and talk to each other on the phone or whatever, and have them look like a few degrees off from you, and then have them look right at you, and then have them look a few degrees off from you, and then have them look right at you. I'm talking from like a football field away. You will 100% be able to tell when they are looking at you. 100%. We're so attuned to it. We're so good at it. And here, we don't even need eyes to do it. It's amazing. A face looking right at us. And we click on it immediately. And then, bam, he walks by, it wipes, and we understand that there's a relationship between those two characters. That's clever. That's just clever, right? She's staring, we wipe Itadori across, and that creates the emotion on her face. Or at least it feels like it does, right? Probably that emotion is already on her face, but this tells us that it's Itadori that's doing it, that it's his presence that causes this, and then flusters her. I'm still not entirely sure which direction this flustering is going. Is she dramatically cursed? Probably. I'm going to guess probably. But she does this, like, fiddle flub, jumps out and almost gets hit by a car. A little bit spooky. A little bit of a spooky moment there. And then a little bit later, as she's, like, fiddling at the train, a little bit spooky there, too. I'm wondering if something horrifying is going to happen to this girl. I hope not. I honestly hope not, because I'm really interested in pursuing this piece of storytelling. It's the first explicit romance, right? If we dispense with the Ghetto Gojo stuff and pretend that doesn't exist. This is explicit romance and interest between one character and another. And it's really interesting. It's very interesting. It reveals something about Yuta. Yuta's the wrong character. It reveals something about Yuji and his perspective on people, how he sees people. It does feel like the kind of thing that you write into a character like him just to make him seem like a nicer guy. Be like, oh, I'm not really looking at the attractiveness of people. I'm looking at what's behind that, and makes Yuji seem to be the bestest of boys, which is cool. He might just be the bestest of boys, but it's yeah. We'll see how it plays out as it plays out. Be interesting. I think the biggest and most interesting wrinkle about it is her internalization of self-hatred. Like, she hates her fat self, and doesn't believe that her fat self could be likable, period. Despite what she overhears Yuji saying about how he would be interested in her because of things that have nothing to do with her appearance, she only thinks that she would have a chance with him because of her new appearance. That makes me think that her new appearance might be the result of something special, something different. Or, maybe a curse that is the embodiment of an eating disorder. I wouldn't be surprised. Her explanation for how she lost a bunch of weight just based on stress and stuff is like, fair, maybe. Probably not. We'll consider it. I don't think that I should, at this point, how do I put this? I'm tempted to talk exercise, nutrition, physiology, stuff like that. Like basics of how to change your body weight and shape if you'd like to. Because there's something that I'm really quite familiar with and have both been able to control in myself, just by understanding nutrition and calories and macronutrients and the basics, as well as to help a number of people and coach a number of people in person through dramatically changing their body type and body shape. I like helping people change their physical forms into something that's more reflective of what's on the inside, that's more capable and can live longer and live better and do more and be more human, more alive. And so I do, I like to talk about those sorts of things because there is a way out. It is possible for anyone to change their body shape and mass and size and form, and to carve themselves out of what they currently are into something that they'd like to be. It's beyond possible. It's hard, like it's a difficult thing, but it's not a complicated thing. It's an easy thing in some ways, an easy thing with a high degree of effort, but not a complicated thing. So I don't know how to say this. I don't think I'll say, like, if any of you want that information, let me know, because it's not the point of this channel, really. But it's not impossible. It's good. It's a good thing. We'll see how it happened for Ozawa. I'm really curious. Mei Mei and Toto, it's good to see them again. It's really good to see them again, and it's really cool to get this list of recommendations. We did get hinted at this, but it's still freaking cool. Recommended for first grade. Ping pong for this exposition sequence is magical. I wonder if it's in the manga, but I fucking love the idea of having a visual insanity sequence to go over our exposition. One of my biggest pet peeves in animation is lack of animation in order to serve exposition, right? We got to serve all these lines of dialogue for our characters to say about other characters and stuff, and we have to do it at some point, so we'll sit them around a table at a restaurant, and we'll shoot the food a bunch of times, and we'll just waste time in this place, and it'll suck. Instead, we get a delight for the senses in a back-and-forth ping-pong battle that, I mean, if Ping Pong the animation were not the most spectacular piece of animation created in the last ever, and it might be, it's on the list. If Ping Pong the animation were not in the top grouping, then this would be the best ping pong scene put to screen since maybe ever. Unfortunately, Ping Pong the animation does exist, which just makes this remarkable, let's say. A remarkable sports ball sequence that's incredibly fun and extremely snappy, and there are just a bunch of moments that I really like the little tick-tick flick. There's clever mix of CG 2D for the ball movement. There's awesome smears and high action and motion. It's just really cool to watch all the way through. It's really neato. We're drawn to each other. Or the spinning camera on ball, that feels like a Goso type thing. I wonder if this whole ping pong scene is Goso just having fun. I don't know. Sad. So sad. Clink tink. Is the transition with the drink? No, the transition with the drink happens at the cafe. Okay. Meet girl, she's tall. You are my special, and we got to talk about this OP. We're gonna get to see it again shortly. It's a cool one. I love this color tone. It's really interesting. The march of all these people reminds me very much of the first attempt by Geto to bring out all these monsters. Yeah. Marching to war and split down right down the middle. You are my special. Come on, guys. Like, you really have to do... I don't get it. I've gotten so much flack for talking about the Geto Gojo thing as though it's possible. And so many people have been like, it's clearly not there. It's like, what are you talking about? How much do you have to ignore to think that it's absolutely, definitely not there? Not to say that it's absolutely, definitely there, but there's a broad amount of hinting at a relationship between those two that verges beyond the platonic. Could it just be the greatest of platonic relationships, like big beefiest, maximally Greek, non-gay friendship? Yeah, absolutely it could. Does the evidence lead me to believe that maybe it's more than that? Yeah. But to come out and say that it's definitely not anything but a platonic friendship is... It's like, I don't understand how you can deny the possibility, at the very least. What is this? Is that a bat? Like, what? No, it's a moth out of a cocoon. Opening out of its chrysalis. That's what the lines are that are holding it down. Huh. Eye in the ground. Unknown. There are some really cool, like... really cool wipes and techniques and stuff. The way that blurs is really fun. Who's this little kid carrying that giant thing? I don't know. Is that Mei's giant axe? So who's that kid? I don't know. Mahito just murder train? Yikes. So it looks like Ocean Boy will be joining us as well, which is pretty interesting. These little cuts to objects are so cool because the lighting on them is so intense and immaculate and carefully done. Yuji seems to be really freaking out here as people march past him, and then we're looking at old scrolls and seeing interesting things. So that's Jogo, right? That's Fishy Person. That's Jogo. That's Hanami. I don't know who that is. Weird. Spooky. And Mecha Maru. So many Ava references that I want to make. How does this transition? Oh, the flame goes past him. That's where I missed it. It's rad. That's rad. That's very cool. What about JoJo's character? What is that? Which character is that? Whips up, skeletons everywhere. I don't know. And then just pure insanity with thunder. Oh, those are neat. Those are really cool. I really like that. All this motion created by individual lines. I really like that. Makamaru freaking out. Is that Toji? Feels like Toji. Laughing in death? Maybe. That's a little monster. Mei is super spicy. Yow. Who is that? What is that? It's like a hell of a beast. Then Fushiguro standing across from something. And a young-looking Gojo. and then all of the different hands creating different techniques. At first I thought this was just Mahito reference, like hands, 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 but I'm pretty sure, yeah, we get different sleeves on each of them. They're different people's techniques. I wonder... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8-fold path. Okay, so it's the Dharmic wheel. So that's Gojo. And then it's all about Tokyo, all about the town. Cool. Simon Pegg, Nick Frost. Dink, donk, dink. Right? Same style. Go to the Winchester, wait for it to all blow over. Wow! What happened? With moving and the stress. Who is Sato Kuroko? Sato Kuroko. Oh, it's the Yu Yu Hakusho lady. Tall, thin. So she's got a crush, and now I thought with maybe with how I look now, I might. How would I put this? Never disqualify yourself. Never disqualify yourself. Before the fact. Any endeavor, interpersonal or otherwise, if you come at it saying, there's no chance because of XYZ about me, then you've disqualified yourself before the fact. That's no way to live. There's no way to live. If your thought process goes, I am not allowed to find love because of my physical appearance, for example, which is what Yuko is experiencing here, that's garbage. That's bullshit. It's not true. It's not an excuse to leave things about yourself that you don't like as they are. But don't disqualify yourself because of something you can't change. Not if there's something that you want to try. Don't tell yourself you can't do it because of some reason. It's bullshit. This is goofy. Nobara is kind of cool. Kind of tries to really seriously wing here, which is really cool. Nay. And then the extra heartbeat actually scared the shit out of me, but we play it in such a wonderful way. It's just that she's worried that he would possibly get a girlfriend before she gets a boyfriend, so it's more of a stay behind me kind of thing. That's fucking rad. It's like that. It's like that. Megami puts it all together for sure. Figures it out. Grab your posters. Ching chans. And so we bring him. He's already got snacks. All right. And he recognizes her. That's really freaking cool. So back in time, they're pressuring him, and he says that she would be the person he'd be interested in because of her handwriting, because of her eating manners, because of her behavioral traits, not appearance. This paints Yuji as being a saint. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. It does feel like the author wanted to paint Yuji as a saint and contrived this circumstance to make such a thing happen, but I have met people who genuinely feel like this, and for whom physical attraction is like way down on the list for things that they care about. I don't understand it, honestly, genuinely. I don't understand it. Just to be honest, physical attraction is critical for me. I can't imagine being in a relationship with somebody that I wasn't attracted to. I just can't. But I'm not everybody, not even close. So I believe it. I buy it. Yuji is interested in Ozawa simply because of that. Yeah, I thought you said you liked tall girls with big butts. That's a different thing entirely. That I can agree with. What you're directly sexually attracted to might not be what you're directly attracted to in terms of thinking about a community or relationship or something like that. So that's pretty cool. We do go letterboxed. When does that snap in? Okay, it snaps in as soon as we go back back to the past. This is the letterboxing that I mean, the black bars. So she hides in corners. She stays away. She doesn't push for what she wants. And reasonably so, and understandably so, right? For the same reason that, I mean, the boys that he was just talking to were like, ew, no, she's fat. Ugh. Terrible. A horrible thing to do to somebody's self-esteem. Even if you believe it, even if you feel it. It's just like, it's so wrong. But I really like this line. Even I have no intention of choosing someone who won't choose me. I won't let myself be caught up in a one-sided, non-reciprocated crush. And so she's making her peace with moving on, right? Seishun, and then the end of Seishun is what this feels like. It's very cool that we get this sunset, almost sunset hue, this after-school tone. It feels like after school, the end of things, yeah? And it's summer, and yeah. I hated all the boys except him. Maybe with how I look now, I'm living by the same standards as the people I hate. So, her shadow moves. Same person, hasn't changed, snaps us to now. And her shadow follows her still. I haven't noticed anything particularly obvious about the shadow. Like, I'm curious though. Movie! I really love this sequence of shots. Jump to garage. All the establishing shots here. And then this. And then the puddle, which then gives us our exposition. Freaking cool. It could be, has to be someone here. And it's Mekamaru. Damn. Oh, scared the shit out of me when we turned the camera to Miwa. Ugh. But instead it's Miwa saying Mekamaru. And he's already moved. Already a step ahead of us. This play of, you think these two things are in the same location, but they're not in the same location, and he's not actually reacting to them, but reacting to something else, is classic filmmaking stuff, and I love it. It gets me every time. Gets me every damn time. He got us. But now we know. More importantly, is he doing it because he actually believes in them? No, he's doing it to fix his goal. He's got one priority, and it is a selfish one. It's to fix his damn body, but we saw how much that means to him. And we see that he came out with a plan, and his plan is to go to the right authorities, to fight them off as best as he can. He's done a lot to get it there. I gotta respect it. But unfortunately, it's clear that the ramifications of what he's actually done, the information that he's actually given them has been dramatically valuable to them and has caused much harm to all of the rest of us. Forgivable? I don't know. But understandable? Oh, absolutely. Something to rejoice in. A body that can walk on its own. Whole as can be. And so he knows what he needs to do. Fight his way out. And he's planned for it, too. Multi-Mekamarus is dope. Mahito's sheer joy at getting to unleash himself is scary. Fist into flanged mace might be the scariest shit that I've seen. That's bad news. That's bad news. Enormous fist is fun. Swing bang. But of course, it's all a big play. Yeah, that's really fun. Really fun, super dynamic, very cool. It's all a big play to get him out. Boom! And then to rise up. And this is an Eva reference, right? There are at least two in this whole sequence. I'm not exactly sure where they are, but they're here somewhere. It's fucking dope looking. I love the floating thing in the center of it. It's fucking cool. Activity limit, 17 years, right? So then he kills a year of his charge to fire a super beam. And that's where we cut ourselves right off. Dope transition from inside to outside. Insane ultra-cannon. Very cool. Let's go check Sakagabura for this episode. Not that many cuts. Kozuma! Oh, the cut we just looked at, and then the explosion afterward. Particularly this, where it becomes all these blocky things. Recognized. Clocked. Artist unknown and Misozune. Artist in charge past Ron Deseo doesn't want to be tagged like the other times they've appeared, so be it. Okay. Start to 02 is Misozune. Okay. It's a fun sequence. It's a really fun sequence. I wish that there was more information on who had done it. Tomita. Literally just Aki from CSM. Oh. Shoes and character acting. Reina Igawa. The shoe bounce is pretty cool. Benjamin Faude is responsible for some of the ping pong Sakuga. Didn't expect this scene to be good. Yeah, well, I did. We had Mei in here. Mahmoud Mofta. Interesting. Oh, for the unzipping sequence. Very sexy. Very sexy. Just had to position it right there. Just right there. Hell yeah. Daniel Kim. 2 to 3 is beautiful. This portion is gorgeous. And then the rest has crazy good character drawings. Yeah, I agree. They're really good. And ridiculous at the same time. Okay. We're halfway through, methinks. Makamaru's in the midst of a big battle. Let's see if he can pull it off. I think he can't. Sorry, Mecha Boyo. Sorry. Well, I don't think he can do it, but let's see him give it his best shot. Makamaru versus Mahito continues here in episode 7 of Jujutsu Season 2. Beep beep timer. Wow. That was a hell of a way to reshoot that. Pekabaru! Different music. Panda? Oh, Ava. There it is. There it is. Ah, Armored Puppet Ultimate Mechamaru Prototype 0. Mahito's too dangerous. Do it up, Mechamaru. I want to believe. I really want to believe. I just don't believe. Ah. No. Yeah, he's super heals. Just having fun. Evening Festival. He's so happy. Hmm. Hmm. Who was saying that? He's well aware of it now, too? Yeah, you gotta just bounce and get contact with Gojo. Could none of your dudes have stolen a cell phone? Oh, yeah. No. Yeah. No. Ooh, fishy. Don't burn all your years, bud. Freaking dope. Oh, he turned into a fish. That's what he did. Ah, big fist. Ow. That's what he's trying to do, man. He wants inside. What is that? Technique loaded? 4 chances. Yu Yu Hakusho? It hit you. I think it's gonna mess with your biology, bud. Ugh, kathunk. Huh. Can he regen that arm? Or did it really mess him up? God, there were so many cool impacts there. That was kind of nutty. This season is too much. So it destroyed the soul that shapes your arm? Nice! He's only got 4 shots like that, though, he said, so 3 now. Ugh. Birds are dope, man. What? Oh. The damage is real. What's his cable attached to? I wonder. Let's go, Mekamaru. He stored it for 17 years, yeah? Are you gonna dive in and stop him? I don't think so. I think Goto's gonna let it play. That's weird. That's weird. You've only got so much charge, bud. What? Whoa! I have no words. We just gotta go look at that again, right? We just have to go look at that again. That was an insane sequence. It's kind of still going. Fuck. Did those cables actually do anything? So it wasn't that one, didn't affect his soul. Oh man, 9 years. That's the one. Oh man, he's so dead. Oh. Well, it's ogre now. It's fully ogre, yeah? Has he got something? You got something, Makamaru? One attempt? That's all he had to fucking do. Really? You got a plan for it? You got a plan for it? In his domain? Cool. What? Actually? Okay. Hey, Mecha, if you can take a Mahito out. Shinkage Ryu. That's Miwa, yeah. Is she here? No, okay. Straight through the soul. Domain explodes. Don't fucking celebrate. Don't fucking celebrate, man. So it does manifest a new domain inside your domain, but it's a shitty domain? It just prevents you from attacking and hitting. I think. Don't challenge Ghetto! Get out! Get Ghetto outo! No. Dude, don't fight Ghetto! Don't do it! Oh. You haven't even... Is Mahito actually dead? Are you certain? Okay, it shatters, it all falls apart. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, he's not dead. No, he's so happy. Ugh. Me and a mediocre puppet, let's go. Oh, I hate when he's laughing. Fucking wormo. This episode is a psychedelic clusterfuck. Can you get him? go, Mekamaru! Straight through! Shit, just like samurais fighting Shink. Oh shit, she's just sitting with the body. Transfer for a last moment. No. He's dead now. If you'd said it 5 fucking minutes ago, it could have happened! It wouldn't have changed anything. Would have just made it fucking sadder. Son of a bitch. So how much did your soul actually get damaged? Whoa. Similar to the nail that the guy was driving in. Huh. So another test. And an empty city. Oh, that's spooky. Happy Halloween! Ju. We're moving into it? We're moving into it? At mid-roll? I mean, it's past mid-roll. It's 16 minutes into the episode, so... Are we actually moving into the shit? Where did all those fucking people go? Seriously, Kome is here. Kongming is here. You know it, right? Holy shit, what a hottie. Arigato. Wonder Woman. What is that? That is it beginning. That's the beginning. Oh shit. You're a seer. You're a seeing person. Oh no. Here it goes. Welcome to the party. Oh shit. There's no escape? Bubbles? Bubbles? Like we're in an aquarium? Oh! Dope. I can't. I'm so excited. We've been building this for forever. Holy shit. Okay. Okay. Under evaluation for promotion. So non-cursed things can just go through. So then how does it? So then how does it? Yeah, shut up. He already knows. Yeah, he already knows. Come on. Yeah, we're gonna need a Gojo. And yet, they've been forced to say it. We haven't met this guy yet. I'm so glad. So no resistance can't break. What? Oh, don't get involved. Unless things get crazy. Yeah, this is familiar. Yeah, this is familiar. Honestly, 3 times familiar. Yuta, the event. We're sending him alone. Rad. Oh, that's the old man Zenin. The was he with Maki? Whoa. What can you do? It's not mass murder. It's all to bring Gojo there. It's all just to fucking get Gojo. But what's the play, man? I don't know. The squad is down below. Who said? Huh? Ha. Ha. Genuinely terrifying. Oh, he's here. Hello, I am the Gojo Satoru. Okay? We've got our timeline, and that's where we cut it off. Alright, that's what I'm talking about, folks. That was a fun ending setup. Poor Mekamaru couldn't get it done. That sucks. He tried real good. But it was like, that was a lost cause. That was a lost cause from the outset. Even if he hadn't gone and stayed and then challenged Geto. And if it was the same barrier or a similar barrier, he probably could have gotten out, right? So he could have just fled. It wouldn't have worked. They would have caught him. He was dead the moment that he made the deal. Don't make deals with devils. Don't make deals with devils, especially if they're named Mahito. Damn. Wonder what kind of bird that's supposed to be. It looks like a heron or an egret, maybe? Like a large bird. It's got this like curve to its neck. Yeah, I don't know. guy? Gunpla? I don't know. I know what Gunpla is. I don't know what the rest is. It seems like it's off-brand. We're going to move backward through this episode, because I think if we start here in the Shibuya incident start, then we can cover what's going on. We establish the locations of a bunch of people. Yeah, we shoot them outside of frame against each other, but I gotta see the first scene here. Zenin Naobito, honorary first grade. He's only honorary first grade? That's interesting. Yeah, fuck you, bro. And then Zenin Maki and Kugisaki Nobara, all under evaluation for promotion, but I believe they're under evaluation for promotion from 4th and 3rd to 1st, which is crazy. Non-sorcerers couldn't possibly know her name. I like her earring. It's cool. So we establish all these locations, and shit is wild. The play is it's in progress, man. This is pretty fun. I do question the thing, kind of like I would question Minovsky particles in Gundam. He explicitly says that the conditions of a veil only affect things with cursed energy, and that barriers don't actually block reception, but veils do as a side effect. So what aspect of veils blocks reception? The narrative convenience aspect, eh? Yes, I believe so. So this sets everything up over the course of less than half an hour, 20 minutes. We go from here to Gojo Satoru arrives, and they're waiting underground in the subway tunnels, which is where we see them in the OP walking around as well. What is the purpose of pulling all these humans in here? It feels like they're being collected for Mahito, probably. Oh, I'm thinking they're being collected to be used as Mahito parts, you feel? That's spooky. This burbling is neat. It implies something without actually saying it. We're behind the fishbowl of this veil, and we've had plenty of scenes with fish and with underwater feeling like being stuck or trapped in the previous section, right? In the previous little arc. So now it says the same thing. All these people trapped in a fishbowl for some mastermind. There have got to be some references to characters that I totally missed here. Like, who is that with the hat and the thing? I'm not sure. It could be a number of people. I don't know. Who are these characters? Who's this guy? Who are these 3 guys in weird outfits? I need some culturally aware people to hit me with the truth. Love this situation here. Freaking rad. But everything is going to go horribly. Very interesting that we show it empty first, no humans here, just aftermath and vehicles left in place. This is what's going to be, right? Yeah, this is the aftermath. Interesting. So from there, we come to the saddest part of this, which is up close with Miwa, as she expresses a desire to get closer to him too, not knowing that it's too late. That's really tough, and I think really a wonderful punctuation on the end of Mechamaru's little story. It's sadder than sad, though, because it indicates that there could have been a chance. And beyond that, well, Mechamaru actually, let's just say it's a lot like Ozawa, isn't it? Maybe. We don't understand her whole purpose yet in the story. But it seems like Mechamaru, well, he sacrificed his being in order to be made whole by Mahito, right? So that he could be with all of them. That was the idea. But in doing that, he prevents himself from being with all of them. First emotionally, because he's lying to them, and then literally because he's dead. Of course, he believed that he could get out, right? He thought he had the path, he thought he could get one over on Mahito with the secret technique and stuff, and very well, believing yourself to have a path for sure, but he made a devil's deal and sacrificed the chance for a chance. As though he needed to restore his body in order to be with everyone. But he was with everyone, even without his body restored. They were with him. Miwa was interested in going and visiting him. Those were things that didn't have to do with him being whole. So he sacrificed his pride and his loyalty in order to try to get his body back, because that's what he was hyper-focused on. The thing that he was disqualifying himself with. Just like Ozawa disqualifying herself for being too fat, Mechamaru disqualifying himself for not being a real boy. The people around him care about him, regardless of that. He just can't feel it. Not until he fixes that about himself. And so, that becomes worth everything, and he sacrifices everything to get it, and everything is taken away from him. Even the things he didn't even know he could have. He sacrificed what he could have in order to get it, and lost it. That's tragedy. That's tragedy, and it's well done. It's well done here. And it's well done as we move backwards, because I think we're rooting for Mechamaru here. Feeling like he doesn't have a shot, but still rooting for him. Like, man, it would be really cool if he could. And now we get into Technicolor insanity. I don't know what to think about this. It's like Space Dandy level of color work. It's nuts. I don't know what to think of it. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite like it. And that's not to be hyperbolic or to say like, oh, this is the craziest thing that I've ever seen, but I certainly have not ever seen anything quite like it. Just the color choice, the blue, red, the green and yellow that pop in as well, the sheer saturation of the whole thing. It's utterly striking. Blue and red with no purple, leaning on teal to orange more than that like center mode of purple, except for Mahito, where that saturation gets cut down and he becomes just monstrous. So I don't fully understand the simple domain thing. I just don't get it. I think I get the idea. You can only cancel somebody's domain by making your own domain inside their domain, like we did with Jogo when we first explained domains. It seems that Mechamaru is probably not powerful enough to fully manifest his own domain inside of Mahito's. It just doesn't seem like it's possible. So he uses this technique that's to protect people from other people's domains to create a simple domain that blocks that or destroys it or something. I'm just not entirely certain how the activation works. I guess maybe it's actually literally activating a domain inside his body is the idea. I'm not sure. But having spoken on that, as we move backward, I think everything that happens for the most part in the rest of the episode is action scenes. So let's go through action scenes. I think our best course of action is actually to start on Sakagaburu, use those as our touch point for what these shots are and what we're looking at, and then we can jump back to the actual episode and look through the shots in detail if we want to, but let's start with Sakagaburu first and go from there. 18 cuts. Let's order score and we'll go from bottom to top. Kaito Tomioka. Enormous insanity. Oh, and the big Evangelion scream. Finally, an explicit reference. So this is where he burbles into all the different creatures, all of which have Mahito cuts and lines and sketches on them. Oh my god. Why? Because his soul is a mangled mess. It's all sorts of different shapes. It's not coherent. Yeah, fuck you, man. Absolutely. Little sparkling lightning. I like the way that the veil falls away. Like turns to water. Alright, I will say, one thing that I absolutely did not expect from Jujutsu Kaisen at any point, for any reason, was for there to be spectacular mecha animation. Just never would have seen that coming. Very glad that it's here. It's really cool. We get so little of it. We've got Itano Circus listed. Bubbling beams. Oh, with the colored lines creating the shape and form. I see that. Yeah, okay. I mean, on a technical level, yeah, it is absolutely an Itano Circus. And a pretty good looking one. That portion of the cut is pretty neat. Okay. Why are these network erroring? Kazura Drop said 0 to 19 Ikaria, and then the end is Mataga. Mataga? So this is Ikaria, which is a name I'm familiar with, but I'm not sure from where. The running, the circus at the beginning, big chop. This moment, so this is 20 to end, so that's Mataga. And then inside, error. Okay, cool. Rodrigo Veras with Canada light flares. I will mention that Canada light flares are absolutely all over this. All over this. So it's artist unknown for a big chunk of it, but the first second and then the 9.4 to the end are Rodrigo. So that was Rodrigo. This is unknown. Rodrigo. Oh, that is such a cool shift in position. Whip. And then those Canada light flares. Okay, cool. Yolto. More Canada light flares. Again, they're all over the place. This time it's seeing Miwa. Yeah. Envisioning her as beautiful and powerful. Tragic. Fucking tragic. Takahumi Mitani. Why is this unnecessarily well animated? Reminds me of Super Crooks. Mitani was an AD on a few episodes of that series. Well, that might be it. Yeah, the general animation on lots of humans chillaxing and moving around is really gorgeous. Yeah, they all move on the same frame, so simple, straightforward, believable, very human, very cool. Kosuke Kato. For some big whams. Is this the freaking one? This is Tomioka as well. Good God, the light flares. Good God, the explosions. And then the aftermath. And the son of a bitch makes it out. You know, I think one of the great things about these cuts is the separation or juxtaposition between fast-moving small creatures and slow-moving large creatures. It reminds me a little bit, weirdly, of the last episodes of Bocchi the Rock. Osama ranking, Boji the Kid, where you've got Boji being all fast and stuff, and Big Man being all slow and stuff. Something about that dynamic creates a really fun tension. It's cool. Son of a bitch. Hands everywhere. Wow. Fei Hung. This was the one I really wanted to see without ghosting. Still my favorite mech cut from the episode and in general since the end of Evangelion. Yeah, this straight through the wall. Crushes forward. Of course, we are obscuring the bottom of the mech so we don't have to worry about the footfalls. Yeah, he turns into a fishy. That is him. So we wipe eye to eye, and that's what turns him into a fishy. Okay. Who said this? Bequen, Beqn, my favorite mech cut from the episode and in general since Evangelion. My guy has not watched enough mecha because, well, for two reasons. One, this only has like 4 seconds of a mech cut, and it's right there. I mean, there's a little bit back here. This thing where he's rah, you could say it's a mech cut, but it really isn't. Like, it's not solid body. Not even a little bit. Okay. To me, this is not a mech cut. This is. And it's cool. Hell, it's really cool. The momentum's awesome. But the favorite that I've seen since End of Evangelion? There's been some mecha anime since then. Benjamin Faure and Hayato Kurosaki. Clink! This is mech stuff. Clink dink. And there are some really cool moments of mechanical design. I like the inside of the floating orb thing. It feels very Gundam-y. I like a number of elements of it. Gets him with the special bullet, tears him to pieces, clonks him across the sky, and batters him into a tree. And it's from there that we'll move forward into what I'm going to expect is the top cut, which is this Kyukawa cut that's sitting over here on the side, which is where everything gets wild. I could see that being Kyukawa. I'm looking at all the rest of them. Takafumi Mitani, Kaito Tomioka, Yoto, Kyukawa. I think of those, there's only one that I can think is going to be that running multi-animal cut, and it's Kyukawa. Let's find out. Takafumi Mitani gives me Kiro vibes. Yeah, fair. That shit is wild. Absolutely. Looks like it could be in a Satoshi Kon film. Just the city setting with like weird things happening gives me that kind of vibe, as well as the very realistic character designs. Gives me that vibe. Kaito Tomioka. This is like right in the beginning where it's just wild. And this is the redraw of that first explosion scene. This moment where he goes into shadow like that is crazy. I do want to see this in full screen, in frame by frame. This and the multi-animal cut. Okay, so that's Kaito Tomioka. This is Yoto. Reminds me of Naoto screaming for Kanti. Could be referencing Cyberpunk Edge Runners. Yeah, this is insane. The color is awful and horrifying. The color scheme does remind me of Cyberpunk Edge Runners. That's a cool note. Jumping, and in fact, I would say that a whole portion of this feels very future techno cyberpunky, and it's entirely because of the color design, because of this red, blue with the highly saturated greens and yellows in there. It does feel like it's in that same realm of like cyber neon lighting. Yeah? Huh. Okay, so that's Yoto. This is also Yoto. We watched this cut. Or parts of it. It's insane. The continuous pushing forward against these threats that just keep coming, and then he pushes forward further and it's battering through the wall is really rad. I like how we expand the color scheme as we go on. So we're all red with like dark blue for accents. All red everything. And then in the green eyes are one thing, but it's all red with blue accents still. And it stays that way. We get some light flares that are yellow. Mahito stays desaturated in this sort of like pastel almost color scheme with all the light flying onto Mekamaru himself. Darker red, brighter blue. We're able to hone in on our main character because he's bright, he's saturated. And just exploding hands. It's freaking awesome. And then we expand that color scheme out further. This shit's wild. This shit looks like Promare. Let me show you something. Just show you something. Some Yo-Yo Shinari stuff. This shit looks like Promare. Even the color scheme is the same. And let's be clear, this is the most bonkers of cuts. Like, I don't even know. Toshiyuki Sato. Hey, we just saw that person. Toshiyuki Sato. Maybe there's more overlap than I expected. Actually, there's a lot of fucking overlap. There's a lot of overlap. That's really cool. Oh my god, that's just nuts. Almost unfollowable at points. The reference to Sushio's Gurren Lagann scene. Put the biggest... Oh, because of the... Oh, because of the things crashing through. I'm stupid. Yeah. This. Wow. Yeah. Because it's only in Lagann Han. Whoa. I didn't even catch the reference. I really should have. And then, actually, this is also a reference. Because that's Simone here at the end. Right? And then, when his face, there. Yeah, that's Simone at the end. This is actually direct reference. In fact, this is also a reference to a different scene in Gurren Lagann, where it's one of the Giga drill breaks. There's a bunch of Gurren Lagann references. There's a bunch of Gainax references. Evangelion, Gurren Lagann. Some Furikuri, even. Some things that remind people of Furikuri. Somebody said that on one of the previous cuts. And then Toshiyuki Sato being a mishmash over to Promare. Ha! Ha ha! I can see it. Also had a mix of Yo-Yo Shinari's cut from episode 27 of Gurren Lagann. Oh yeah, this is the one. So first the infinite drills, and then the multi bursting through, like releasing one after another, is kind of what we do with Makamaru coming in behind Makamaru. And then I'm thinking that there might be a scream forward. Yeah, similar scream forward, but not quite. Wow. Okay, that makes me so happy. And our final cut. Toshiyuki Sato with Kyukawa for the... Clearly, this sequence is so ambitious. Yeah. Itano Circus on the ground with insane background animation is wild. I brought it up in the last one. There's one cut that I've seen that's anywhere near this in terms of motion on ground, and it's in Pretty Cure. And it's right here. It's now Toshishida. And we'll jump to 27, because this is where it actually kicks off. Whoosh. And now we start moving through space. Now we're crossing along the ground, through things, over things, around things, stopping, moving forward, stopping, moving forward, moving through things as they're destroyed. The only thing that I can think of that's even close. Now let's watch this Kyukawa cut. Holy fucking shit, it's way more. It's way more jumpy, right? It's less interested in being fluid. It's more interested in being animated. Moving from interesting scenes to interesting scenes, evoking in our eyes what we're supposed to see, which is like, what is Mahito right now? Even some great facial expressions. How did that work with the different beams? Hold, 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 spin, 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 and then the beams move. Boom, bam, wham, boom. And he's jumping and dodging them. That's nuts. Into a rabbit. The willingness that we have to just flip the camera over itself, to like wave tumble. You ever go surfing or boogie boarding or whatever, get hit by a wave and you tumble underwater and you don't know where you are for a second? You're not sure what orientation you're in or where you're looking? That's what that feels like to me. Like right here, we go tumble, 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 and where are we? Tumble, 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 where did we end up? Like our camera rotated 4 times or something in that and did a double backflip. Yet we're still locked into the same scene. And then climbing, aping, gorilla-ing. This is wild. Through into burb. Whoa. Into like half bird with long wing arm gorilla arms that flap into back to gorilla. Into batwing hand arms, Mahito. That's wild. All of it accented by these extremely colorful light beams that make the whole thing a Technicolor clusterfuck, which is I think what I called it before. Or a psychedelic clusterfuck is what I called it. This episode would be wild to watch on drugs. Gotta say. Most anime is wild to watch on drugs, but this would be insane. All right. Let's go through it again. Let's go through a couple of these elements again. This first cut, I think, deserves to be frame by framed a little bit, because I want to understand what we're doing here. Just the breach of color, blue invading the red, sets us up for everything that's going to happen in the rest of the episode. There's such an eye toward color and contrast throughout this one. Let alone flow and motion. This might be the most nuts that we've gone in terms of maybe overdoing the animation. Not that it's overdone. I love it. Who episode directed? I haven't looked yet. I should have looked at the beginning. Ryota Ik is our episode director and our storyboarder. Let me find some ADs as well. Hiroki Nishijima, animation director. Reina Igawa, animation director. Sakiko Uda, animation director. Saori Sakiguchi, animation director. Seina Sato. Shinya Ito. Tomomi Noda. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ADs. So there are 7 animation directors for this episode. I didn't even look at chief animation director. CAD, Reina Igawa, and Sayaka Koiso. Reina Igawa came up as an animation director and chief animation director. Sayaka Koiso does not come up except as a chief. And that's it. Okay, so 8 people with animation director credits, because Reina Igawa gets grabbed twice. Direction, episode direction and storyboard by Ryota Aike. Aikei. Storyboard and episode direction for part 1 of Attack on Titan final season, the final chapters. Episode direction for a couple episodes of Fire Force, an episode of Gleipnir, a couple episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen, a couple episodes of Kaguya-sama Love is War Season 2 and final, or Ultra Romantic. All like 1 episode of Ranking of Kings, episode 11. Okay. Animation director Hiroki Nishijima, some Attack on Titan, some Ranking of Kings, some 7 Deadly Sins. CAD and AD goes to Reina Igawa. Ancient Magus Bride, Dano Coil, Aoi Bungaku has been working on Ghost in the Shell, Arise, our alternative architecture new movie. So the new ones. Was a key animator on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. This person has been around. Assistant AD on Psychopaths, Sengoku Basara, Vinland Saga, has been around. Okay. And then the rest, I'm not going to go through individually. They're all animation directors. I think what's interesting there is not the individuals who were chosen for this. Seina Saito, Saori Sakiguchi, Sakiko Uda, Shinya Ito, Tomomi Noda, Sayaka Koiso. I think what's interesting to me, or most interesting to me, is how many people are here. I just clicked on Sayaka Koiso, and I've got Lelouch of the Rebellion, Code Geass stuff, Evangelion 1.0 and 2.0, Flip Flappers, multiple Gundams. I wonder where some of our mecha stuff came from. I'm going to go through the rest of these just to see. Tomomi Noda has credits for Blood Blockade Battlefront, which I've mentioned a couple times. Danshi Kokosei no Nichijou. What? Hiroaka, Steins Gate, Symphogear GX. Lots of key animation credits. Not that many direction credits, but has been around. Shinya Ito, that's a name that I know. JoJo's. Lots of JoJo's. Symphogear, Saint Seiya, Yuri on Ice, Chainsaw Man, Chaika, Coffin Princess, Dorohedoro, a whole bunch of stuff. Okay. Seina Sato, Chainsaw Man, Haikyuu, Jujutsu, Ginga Eiyu Densetsu, the new one, Nononbiori, Psychopaths, Wonder Egg Priority, I feel that. Saori Sakaguchi, Fate, Kaliad Liner, okay, that doesn't fit. A bunch of like kid stuff or girl shows. Working on Spice and Wolf 2, Witchcraft Works, Yuri on Ice, Psycho-Pass. Some definite like overlap. Some things where Kabaneri the Iron Fortress, where some of these people have crossed paths before. Interesting. And finally, Sakiko Uda, Battle Spirits, Gridman, Gundam Build Divers, Mob Psycho 100, both seasons 2 and season 3, multiple Gundams, whole bunch of stuff. Okay, takeaways. Primary storyboard and episode direction did great. The fact that there are 7 or 8 animation directors is an indicator of how dramatically different the styles across this episode will be, from insane mecha stuff that is really cool big mecha stuff to cuts like that extravagant, really ambitious sequence in the forest, to sequences like that final fight, last chance, brutal battle of extraordinary colors for your final moments here that references a bunch of things, or the insane color-fucked extravaganza that is the opening scene of the episode. The styles are all over the place, wild as hell, and maybe don't make for the most coherent or cohesive viewing experience, but they sure make for a fun viewing experience. And I gotta rate fun well above cohesive and coherent for an episode like this. This episode is Mechamaru's last gasp, his last attempt, and it's wild and bombastic, and he goes out with a true bang. So that's cool. And then for the second half of the episode, we slow it down, we set it and build it up, and cut it right off at the end, with Gojo Satoru arriving on the scene, and us left with questions. I think this may not be my favorite episode of season 2 so far, but in terms of presenting possibilities, like, hey, we can do all of this stuff. What do you think? I think it's cool. I can't wait for more of it. I can't wait for this to be coherently melded to the story beats that we've been trying to tell. Because one of the things that season 1 did pretty well was make those bombastic moments land on the beats that they needed to. Now we're in season 2. This lands on a beat. But what about when we get a pure Gojo fight? Are we going to land it there? Yeah, probably. What about when Yuji powers up in some way? Are we going to land it there? Probably. Yeah, probably. So this bodes well. We had a bunch of episodes that were impressive in terms of composition, direction, and flow for storytelling purposes. Now we have an episode that almost entirely, like, storytelling from beginning of episode to 16-minute mid-roll is Mechamaru's going to try really hard, and it's probably not going to work, but man, he's going to try really hard, and he's even got some things up his sleeve, and he tried really hard, and it didn't work. That's like the whole plot for 16 minutes. There's no storytelling going on here except it's just it's DBZ beam battle yell fight for the whole thing. It might as well be, right? But it's spectacular and fun to watch and really cool because it looks really awesome. So can we marry that to more storytelling? Almost certainly. When? Anytime we want, baby. Anytime we want, motherfucker. I'm pleased. This was cool. Cool pair of episodes. Cool progress on the story. Sad, tragic story for sad boy Mechamaru. You know, even knowing that he probably had no chance going in, I still wanted to root for him. And he managed to do some damage in a way that indicates that maybe somebody else could do some. But with that technique hidden behind a binding vow, Geto recognized it. I didn't recognize it. Can anybody else use it? Does anybody else know about it? I hope so, because we need as many bullets in the chamber as we can get to face down Mahito and Geto, especially when they're the ones instigating and putting us in their court. This plan is kicking off, and so far, it looks like it's going off without a hitch. Again. We've seen Geto and Mahito pull this off before. They pulled it off with the weird veil thing before. They just wanted to steal those fingers. Now, they just want to bring Gojo in and maybe trap him. We'll have to see how it goes next time on Jujutsu Kaisen. Thanks so much for watching this week's episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen. I enjoyed them. What a clusterfuck in the best possible way. I'll see you next week for more. Much love. Peace.